Okay, this lesson is to teach you how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you with your assignment that you're working on, and I'm going to be working number 4. Number 4 is already sketched on my board. So what I want you to do on your separate sheet of paper is I want you to draw the two-dimensional net pattern for this shape. So remember that it has 6 different rectangles. And I'm going to draw my 4 that are vertical. We've talked about the way the patterns can appear. You know, there's different ways to draw the pattern. You don't have to draw it exactly the way I'm going to sketch it, but you can if you want to. I'm going to put my 2 flaps over here. And remember that it doesn't have to be drawn to scale, but this flat pattern helps you see all of the faces that you've got to find the area for so that you can find the total surface area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my 3-dimensional shape, and I'm going to find my longest length. Right there is 17. And what I do is I label 17 on all of the long lengths of my rectangles. That's pretty easy. Then I'm going to take my other 2 dimensions. Remember our face over here on the right? Remember that you've got a face here and a parallel face to that in the back. And the dimensions of those faces are 4 by 14. And even though my flaps over here on the side are not drawn to scale, I'm still going to put those values on there. Like I'm going to put 4 here and 14 there. Even though that doesn't look smaller than 14, it's okay. Just because I'm trying to sketch and model my problem relatively quickly. So as I have 4 here for a horizontal length, I'm going to put 4 here for a horizontal length and 14 there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and label all of the other dimensions on my 2-dimensional pattern. I remember my properties of a rectangle, so that opposite length would be 14. Same thing for that. Opposite length here would be 4. Same thing over here. So then I'm going to also label my widths of each one of my rectangles. So remember, if this one is 14, this one, since it lines up with this adjacent side, would have to be 4. So I've got 4, 14, 4, and 14. So now all of my labeling is complete. Next move for me is that I'm going to go through and I'm going to get the area of each one of my rectangles. So on my small ones, of course, I'm going to multiply 14 times 4. So I'm going to write that area right here really big. That area is 56. And 14 times 4 here is 56. You know, 2 faces that have the same area. Next, I have 17 times 4. Right here, which gives me 68. So if this is 4 by 17, that area is also going to be 68. Then my last areas would be the dimensions of the rectangles that are 14 by 17, and that gives me an area of 238. I'm going to write that in both of my faces that have that area. So now all I'm left to do is to add up all of my areas. So I'm going to add up 56 plus 56 plus 68 plus 68 plus 238 plus 238. And it looks like my total surface area of this rectangular prism is 724. And since these units were in yards, I'm going to make sure that I label this in square yards because area is a 2-dimensional measurement. That's it. What I'd like for you to do now is I would like for you to complete this worksheet 1 through 10 where you give me a sketch, a 2-dimensional net pattern drawing for each one of your rectangular prisms to get their total surface area. Thank you.